Very good.
Yes?
Just about.
What did your team win for the NCAA basketball finals?
Yes.
Ready.
I know Scott Bruce. He's a family friend.
Oh, that's true. That's right, Falco.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 6:02 and we will begin the April BZA meeting. First thing on the agenda is the minutes, and I think Dave Sadler and Mr. McGuire talked with Mary. So do I have a motion to approve the February minutes?
Mr. Chairman, with the corrections we've made tonight, I'll make a motion that we approve them.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? It passed, okay, but it passed with 3 of us. And the March meeting minutes, do we have a motion there? Do we have a second?
I'll second again.
All those in favor? Motion passes. So we have both minutes approved, the March meeting and the February meeting. The first item on the agenda, a variance at County Line Road is continued because that did not move forward at the Planning Commission. That was continued. So that one will not be heard. The next item on the agenda is a special exception at Tincher Road. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm John Larris from Holloway Engineering. We're at 100 Professional Court here in Mooresville. I'm here on behalf of Steve and Julie Gregory. They own the home at 766 East Tincher. That is in Mooresville's buffer zone, and that is the family home of Steve and Julie Gregory. It is currently zoned agricultural, and they would like to establish and operate a bed and breakfast on the premises. I don't know which of you have gone by the home recently, but they have made substantial improvements, including a new garage and a very nice accommodations on the second floor above that garage. And they're interested in renting that out and being a part of the Airbnb network. If you're not familiar with that operation, I did hand out just a little brief package that shows the website and some of the things that they've got going on there. Very organized and well-run operation. Steve and Julie are interested in doing this only on an intermittent basis. They themselves go on vacations and have stayed at various B&Bs across the country, and they really, mostly for fun, are wanting to get involved in it. And as you can see, they have made a substantial investment in that. They also built it for family gatherings, for family when family comes in. They do have a rather large extended family. So that isn't the sole reason for having built that they also do it, again, for the family purpose. Again, this is an intermittent use. The Gregories have decided to limit the number of accommodations to 4 people. Your bed and breakfast definition in the UDO covers 5 and more, specifically cites the number of 5 or more as qualifying for a bed and breakfast. We did want to come here tonight anyway. There may be an instance when they have more than 4, in a special instance perhaps. So again, we thought we would come in and ask for the special exception, even though in general they're not going to exceed that number of 4. I've included a couple of pictures there that show, just for scale, we've parked our company field crew truck in that parking lot to show you that there's more than adequate parking. They probably have space there for, I don't know, roughly 8 to 10, maybe 12 cars. Very wide driveway, and there's a side lot there as well that would probably accommodate 5 to 6 cars. But just keeping in mind that is not their plan. Typically, to have 4 people accommodations, you probably would have maybe 1 car or 2 cars involved if it were 2 couples coming into the city for a stay. So I would be happy to answer any questions that you have. Steve is also here to answer any questions you might have as well.
I know that this is allowed under a special exception in ag. The one question is, it is on septic?
It is on septic.
Now,
yeah.
did you add any bedrooms? Or was your septic system oversized for the house?
Well, I don't know, I couldn't tell you.
You're gonna have to come up here so everybody can hear, please.
As to whether it's oversized for the house, I don't know. But I guess, depending on how you define a bedroom, yes, we did add one above that garage.
You're gonna have to be aware of that because you may have some issues there. You have to add a finger. So we've discussed that.
Okay.
Any other members of the board have a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Water supplied by what? Well, or
It's
water?
It's on a well. We have intentions down the road. They just recently ran water to the edge of a property across the road that we actually own now, and hill water from Cooney Road. So we'll probably run that down and hook that up sometime in the near future, hopefully.
UDO requires that the breakfast be on community water, community sewer.
Okay.
And if you're going to have more than 25 people there in total, even though it's not at the same time throughout the year, if you become a transient non-community water system, it comes under the auspices of the Indiana, say, water drinking requirements and federal drinking water requirements. You have to have a certified operator. If it's allowed for you to have the water system, have to be approved in series of tests with various contaminants and so on.
Over 25, correct? That was,
Throughout a period of a year, not at the same time. It doesn't have to be at the same time, it's a total of 12 months over the course of a year. That's a federal guideline. It's called a transient non-community water system.
Dave, I don't think your mic's on because of observer cannot hear you. Pull it closer, possibly.
so did everybody get the aerial photo as well? If you don't have one, I also wanted to point out that we did notify the adjoiners per the state's code and notice requirements, but the Gregory's do own each and every one of the adjoining parcels all the way around this area. So we're pretty, we're kind of tucked in there and pretty isolated. I don't think the neighbors will ever know that they have guests in.
The only reason why I mentioned that, should something happen, public health wise, I think it'd be liable for that. That's just the way the statutes are written, and federal regulations are written. In some areas, they allow that for private non-municipal water systems, if the water system is approved, which means there has to be some testing on organics, nitrates, and the transient non-community system is required to do a quarterly
restaurants and hotels and motels required to do that
Yes,
also?
they are.
That's not part of the requirement as well.
Yeah, there was no mention of it.
They are being big.
Any other questions or comments?
And the only major expenses that there is on the initial testing to get the water system approved, it's not.
Still can't hear? Why don't you try that other microphone that Charles has and have Charles use the one that's to his left to see if it's any better?
So the only thing is to make sure.
That's better, thank you.
There we go.
that-
Thank you very much.
That your water system is approved, because the possibility exists that you'll have in total more than 25 people staying there over the course of the year, because people will be living there as well. They're included in that head count. And if something should happen, then the liability issues come in. And to make sure that you're protected to make the investment, if you don't have a community water system and sewer system, like it calls for the UDO and exceptions made for that, then you need to make sure you're safeguarded there, because
Agree.
the community water purveyor does all of that, plus about 200 other tests annually. And that would be something you would have to be prepared to do.
Thank you, Dave. Other questions or comments? Anyone from the public used to comment or ask a question? If there are no comments or questions from the public, any more from the members of the BZA? Do we have a motion?
I'd make a motion if we want to do that initial testing and get the water system approved to make sure it meets the minimum standards for drainage and non-drainage system. I would go with the various be approved.
We have a motion made with a condition. Do we have a second? All those in favor?
Thank you.
Motion passes. Thank you. Is there any new business or old business for the BZA? If not, this meeting is adjourned and the Planning Commission meeting will start at 6:30. Thank you.
What's that? Yeah.
Those on
No.
here, because whenever.
I found another cemetery that I didn't know existed.
Say again?
I found
I
another.
forgot what control, I, you know, it was try control insert. See if you can go to the screen.
And there were several bricks that were.
Control insert.
That's how, okay, years and years ago when I was in corporate America, there was something that you needed to do to make sure that wherever you were broadcasting, they understood what.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing? How's Tom doing?
He doesn't need to go through anymore.
Somebody's must be.
I believe so, yeah.